Hello, and welcome back to FTW Philly. I'm your host, Marissa Magnata, and this week we're going to take a look beyond competitive gaming. Video games have always had a unique way of bringing people together. You probably remember those days of going to the arcade or inviting your classmates over to play Mario Kart? Well, gaming builds new communities, all unique in their own personalities and aspirations, by allowing people to interact in ways that they never have before. So, let's dive into it. We've already learned that Philadelphia is home to all types of competitive gamers. We have beginners, pros, and everything in between. But this beautiful city of ours is also home to so much more. A large percentage of gamers are part of the content creator community, which includes streamers. Most streamers are avid gamers as well and have built communities of their own online. Let's see why streaming has become such a big platform and why it's so important to foster that environment here in Philadelphia.
This segment is brought to you by Dietz & Watson.
You're hitting a go live button and suddenly everything you do is broadcast live to the entire world.
Oh, hello, hi everybody. Gonna be rocking them.
I'm here, I'm back.
How's it going, everybody? My name's Face.
There's a lot of similarities between broadcasting on Twitch and broadcasting on radio. One of being you're really talking to your audience without them actually being there, but being able to hear back from them.
It's Radio Plus because you do have that interaction with chat, and you do know that there are people there.
It's a way for me to have fun with friends and let those friends be consequential.
It's live, and you want to watch it, it's best when you're able to sit down, laugh at the same time other people are laughing.
They have a say in what I do rather than just watching me or listening to music that I play on the radio. They can actually interact with me.
It's really, if you think about it, it's very weird because, you know, streaming is just playing video games with people. You can have your friends playing along with you. They could be voices that are part of your stream, you know. I
grew up in a cornfield in rural Pennsylvania. Digital relationships were the only reason I ever talked to anyone. And I got my start when I was 14 years old, online broadcasting, meeting people from all over the world, getting to know friends just through a text window.
It's an outlet for myself and to share that with other people.
It's such a strange and interesting way to express yourself and create content. I think there's a lot of events that you can attend that'll help you grow as a streamer. One of the biggest ones is TwitchCon.
TwitchCon 2019 was my 4th TwitchCon. Every time I go, there's someone that I meet, something that inspires me every single time.
TwitchCon provides an opportunity to grow what you're doing.
That is specifically made for streamers to gather and learn more about the business, learn more about each other and who's out there.
Seeing the size of TwitchCon compared to other conventions, it really drives home just how big of a movement live streaming is.
It's really important to be able to have conversations with people at TwitchCon and bring that back to your own streams to maybe change your big picture on what you do on the internet.
It's a big hype fest. You know, you come out of it with like an endless sharing of ideas. You come back and you think, oh, I want to do that on my stream, or I want to change this. That was amazing, that thing that you did.
It's a great opportunity to meet the people that you've known for ages.
One of the biggest things that TwitchCon affords myself and other streamers is I get to meet people who do the same thing as me. They stream. They decided one day that it would be okay for them to turn on a computer by themselves, sit in front of a camera and be funny and just be myself for a bunch of people. And we all decided at some point, yeah, you know what, that would be a good idea to do. Something good can come from this.
It's so important to bring back what you've learned from TwitchCon to the Philly community and help influence everyone else to be just as hyped as you are after coming back and being so inspired.
It's important, I think, to have a local community based around the things that you do so that I don't have to travel across the country to meet like-minded people.
T-Grums helped start organizing the Philadelphia meetups.
Does a lot of social communication with other streamers to sort of keep them looped in and make them feel like they're part of the community or that they're welcome to be part of the community.
They've grown exponentially. We had a wait list. It's become incredibly popular. He's getting the word out, he's keeping the community active within itself, and it's only going to get better from here. Good job, Grum.
Me being able to take something I learned from outside the city, tips, connections, hey, talk to this person at this company. I think that's an important role to have.
The Philadelphia meetups provide a really great opportunity for streamers who can't necessarily fly 4,000 miles to make it to a meetup, but still want to be able to meet people that they've seen on the internet and meet new people that live just around the corner. There are a lot more streamers in Philly than I ever thought there were.
I think it's important that they all know that there is a Philly streaming community that they can be a part of.
You might just find somebody at the Philadelphia meetup and go, oh man, they're a really cool streamer, and you share the communities and people start to stop in and say, hey, you can't do it alone.
When your streaming community is strong, you are stronger as a streamer.
You need somebody to give you a hand because you're playing a like-minded game. From there, you're able to grow.
You have more resources to succeed. You feel more taken care of. You feel accepted. You feel more welcomed.
The slowest path of growth is to do it within your own bubble. Go and see it so that you have an understanding of what other people are doing.
So few cities have very popular streamer meetups. We have people coming to the Twitch Philly meetup that don't stream on Twitch, that stream elsewhere. And it's growing.
For me, as a Philadelphian, to know that there is a place close to home that I can go to and meet other content creators and work together, I can't really put a price on it.
As we can see, streaming platforms have allowed people from all over the world to socially connect in real time, fostering a community of support no matter the distance between them. In this new age of streaming, content creators and fundraising organizations have taken full advantage of the new possibilities that this medium has presented. They host creative fundraising live streams that bring people together to support common causes from anywhere in the world. Let's see how the American Cancer Society is using this new fundraising platform by hosting a 24-hour charity stream to raise money for cancer research and treatments for patients.
This segment is brought to you by Lebanon Valley College.
We are back here at the Gamers vs. Cancer. The American Cancer Society brings this to you today. Like I said, Gamers vs. Cancer. I like our odds. Sitting next to me right now.
The American Cancer Society has been a part of my life for a while now. I'm actually a two-time cancer survivor myself. I was diagnosed when I was 13, then I relapsed when I was 18. While most kids were trying to figure out what college they wanted to go to, SATs, I was just pretty much focusing on how to get through this difficult time. I was with my second bout with cancer when my sister, we were just talking one day about prom. She was like, well, what if I got Taylor Swift to go to prom with you? I'd say 2 days later, I'm with some friends and my phone is just blowing up with support. And then I'd say 3 days later is when she finally made a post herself. She was not able to make it to my prom. However, she invited me to go to the ACM Awards with her a few months later. To be honest, I was just shocked because I was just going through so much at the time. It was just such a great way to have a little bit of a distraction with my diagnosis. It's very important to have a positive outlook and having positive people, whether that be family, friends, just around you to just make sure that you're in good spirits. My friend Richie, he was one of my great friends back then and still is now.
We've been friends for years now, and I couldn't ask for a better friend. We had a fundraiser about the Superman Strong bracelets. That was 2012, and I haven't taken this bracelet off since. It looks kind of gross, but that's the bond we have, where we pretty much are brothers kind of thing.
Video games were definitely a great asset. Super Smash Bros, that was pretty much our game back then. He still wouldn't let me win, so that goes to his character.
Yeah, I don't let him. As a kid, you don't know how to help somebody who's sick, but playing Super Smash Brothers or Mario Kart, really helped him.
When you're going through something like cancer, you have to just find ways to keep your mind off of what's going on. So whether that's playing video games with some buddies or just hanging out, I definitely believe that you can't win a cancer battle by yourself.
It was really important because, when he put the controller in his hand, he was a normal kid. He wasn't somebody who was sick. Him smiling and laughing and, having little jokes here and there, you knew that helped him just a little bit. And if I could help just a little bit, that was enough.
I'm currently 7 years out since my transplant, cancer-free, so that's a huge milestone for me. He told me about this excellent event that they're running with the American Cancer Society. He asked if I wanted to be a part of it, and I just jumped on in.
So this is Gamers vs. Cancer Philly. We just really wanted to bring the gaming community together in the fight against cancer. This is a first for the American Cancer Society. We are really blazing the trail for the organization. Today, we're really leaning in on the streaming portion of the event.
Kevin, best of luck to you. Congratulations on 7 years, you said, right?
Oh, 7 years.
We're always trying to bring the fight to cancer, and what better way than to play Smash Bros. Where you're fighting against each other and at the same time fighting against cancer.
I think I'm gonna beat Kevin.
Oh, no.
Yes. I might let him win, who knows?
When you're losing and you finally get the chance to just punch someone out of the game, that's probably one of the best feelings that anyone could have, especially against Richie.
Today's really important because any sort of money that we raise here, it goes a long way. When we got that $1,500 donation, you know, I jumped out of my seat a little bit and like got all excited because I was like, that's what this is all about.
What?
Who did it?
That was a $1,500 donation?
Sheesh.
Oh,
thank you. Whoever did that, thank you so much.
Only $100 can support a family for a night at one of our Hope Lodges. That's saving families millions of dollars per year. And our Road to Recovery, if you donate $25 today, that is a ride for a patient to go to their cancer treatments. And that is one of our biggest concerns. Patient services is so important to us along with research.
I definitely feel like this event in particular will put the fun in fundraising.
Video games all together, it brings smiles to people's faces. The American Cancer Society really wants to help push that along, and that is our goal. We are in a quest to defeat cancer, and as gamers, I know that that is possible. I know we can do it. It's just a matter of time.
Streaming has a unique way of bringing people together from all over the world. Whether it be over a cause they believe in or a video game that they love, they connected. So what's a game that's done that recently? Pokemon Go. Yes, Pokemon Go is a prime example of how a game in the palm of your hand can create lasting friendships between complete strangers.
I grew up a Pokemon kid. I'm the same age as Ash, so like I grew up on, you know, red, blue. Once the game dropped, it was all of a sudden, it was like everybody was just around you on their phone, like playing Pokemon Go.
Literally, you just look to your right, look to your left, and you see people playing the game. And the second you saw them playing the game, you're like, hey, are you playing Pokemon Go? And instantaneously, you were friends.
And it was so culture shocky. We wound up 400, 500 people all on this peninsula playing Pokemon together until 6 o'clock in the morning.
Pokemon Go is a mobile game where you have to interact with real-world waypoints and people in order to participate in the game.
You create a trainer, you choose one of your first starter Pokemon, and then you start adventuring through the world to catch more Pokemon.
You really have to go out there. That's why they call it Pokemon Go.
Many people who were kind of used to sitting at home and playing games and really only interacting with people through the online experience have developed these friendships and relationships with their fellow members in their communities.
I made lots of friends when it comes to actual players, the communities, or even with my own girlfriend. Right? This is stuff that we do together, and it really gets you to really connect.
Everywhere you go, every different city, it's really easy to get like plugged into a community there.
There's a very strong unifying aspect to the friendship piece of Pokemon Go. I have met some of the best friends that I have playing this game, and if I ever needed anything, I know exactly who I would call. I love my Pokemon people.
It's like reliving your childhood, all like the Pokemon nostalgia in the real world, walking around with your phone and your friends. One time we were hanging out downtown Austin. A Pokemon spawned on the other side of the river, and there was no way to like run around and go get it, so I held my phone up because I work in aquatics and I like tread halfway across the river.
When Pokemon Go first started out, PvP was not introduced. 2 years later that PvP does get introduced, it completely changed everything. It became from just a gathering game to a competitive scene. And once the competitive scene is there with such a big community, the esport is right there as well.
Because it's real-time battling, you have to make those decisions very quickly as to what type of move you're going to use, whether you switch a Pokemon or you don't switch a Pokemon.
I could not be more thrilled that this is breaking into esports scene. I love to see more people grasp the concepts and, you know, when they're like, oh, this makes sense. It's so much more than tapping.
It's friendly rivalries. The people that are going up against each other are actually friends. These guys are people who practice together.
My favorite social aspect still to this date is the tournament. You show up and you hang out with everyone that you've been talking to online for months and months.
Today we have one of the biggest Pokemon Go tournaments in history here in Philly.
A tournament like this really brings the community together. It allows people from different parts of the community, different parts of even the world, to be able to come together and be able to do what everybody loves the most. When you go there, you don't know what's going to happen. One wrong Pokemon, one wrong move can change the way of the game.
We've seen people, you know, come out and improve their health by playing this game. We've seen people get over anxiety and do so much more to grow this game, and I think that has been what has fostered this growth.
I don't think we're done building it. I think that it's just getting started, and especially now that we're breaking into the esports side of things, I think there's just so much more to come.
Gotta catch 'em all. Whether you're talking strategies in a Call of Duty match or working together to take down a boss in World of Warcraft, players need to work together to achieve a common goal. These experiences forge friendships online, which can carry into the real world. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Creighton.
My name's Alex DeLuca.
My name's Allie Berkey.
My name is Alex Frederick.
And my gamer tag is Doomgirl.
I go by the Elite Nex.
I go by Aloe on Twitch.
My gamer tag is Sir Scrallix. I was about 7 or 8, I think, when I started playing video games.
I want to say it's been almost 20 years that I've been playing games.
One of the first games I played was Spyro.
Doom 95 was my first game, which is where my gamer tag comes from.
Awesome.
So like in middle school, high school, it was typical, like people had groups, people had cliques. It's kind of hard to penetrate some of those social situations and kind of dig your way into a group and find your own. So I was kind of that person that was on the outside.
When I meet people online that have common struggles that I do, I love to try and help them, and one of the pools to my community was trying to keep it positive and help each other out.
I kind of got confidence from streaming and from gaming because I stopped suppressing who I truly was.
I think the experiences and the friendships that you make through gaming, there aren't really boundaries to that. You don't have to worry about people judging you for your looks or the way you talk or anything like that.
My longest gaming friend, and probably closest, is Michael. We met over a game of Halo 3. I was just going into matchmaking randomly. We just had good chemistry.
I was streaming League of Legends like any other stream night. This girl, Brittany, she came into my chat and she talked about how she loved League 2 and that we should co-stream.
One friendship that actually has formed online and that I still am friends with this person is Allie.
I was going through a stream and I came across like Scrallix07, I think was his name at the time.
She came into my chat and I was wearing a necklace.
Hey, what's up? What is that necklace?
That's a Penn State's Dance Marathon's necklace, right?
And that's how we started talking, was the fact that he was going to Penn State and just finished at the time.
The fact that Allie went to Temple and I was, a few minutes away at home, I had graduated at this point. And we kind of developed this friendship through streaming.
As like the weeks, months, years eventually went on, we did things like Skype or, video call to have like another medium to talk over. Being able to have kind of that anonymous person helps in a way because they're not gonna judge you and they're gonna take the situation for what it is. And I could just come back and be like, hey, I'm having this problem with my partner, or, he could say I was having this problem with my girlfriend. And like, hey, even though there's like the world caving in on you around you, you still have this person that you could go to.
We were texting each other like a week before TwitchCon. We were like, are you excited? I'm like, I'm excited, I'm excited. And we were just like, fangirling, like freaking out. And then like when you're actually there and I'm like waiting for her to pick me up, the anxiety starts to hit. She gave me a huge hug. I had to like make sure she was a hugger.
I was up at Penn State for a football game and she was up at Penn State for a football game. And I don't know how it happened.
And all of a sudden I see this person in the middle of the street and I'm like, Alex? He goes, Allie?
Out of 100,000 people, her and I physically bumped into each other.
Alex was a lot shorter in person than I thought online.
Did she really say that?
Up until this day, no, we haven't met, but we got to at least once.
There really are good people out there, and as long as two people make an effort and they enjoy each other's company, that's like a real friendship.
I think it's much easier because it helps eliminate some of those physical boundaries that would kind of have us hesitate to meet people or approach people.
It's just a very natural and convenient way of getting to talk to people, and you're 100% yourself.
I have made so many friends through online gaming that it's something that I actually really cherish.
As we progress through the world of gaming, you can see how it's improving today's culture by introducing new opportunities to bring people together. It's really changing the world. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Marissa Magnotta, and I'll see you next time.